Hello everybody, welcome back to MotoGP. If you're a viewer from JB Motorsports' YouTube channel, hello and welcome. If you're joining us for the first time as we're streaming for the first time on Twitch, welcome to the watch along. Well, it's been a funny old couple of days, hasn't it, as well? Just to update you what's happened as well. The end of practice 2, we were taken off air with a copyright strike by Dorna as well. We never showed any footage from the MotoGP session. This is a watch-along format as well, so we are left a bit bemused as to why that has happened. However, we have now lost the ability to live stream on our first channel, and to protect JB Motorsports 2 on YouTube, as that is showing Le Mans, MotoGP is moving to Twitch. But if you're watching us as well on the upload that we can still do to the main YouTube channel, hello. So, it's been a confusing couple of days. We appreciate that, and we thank everybody who is staying with us in the Le Mans difficulties. Now, Megan Birch isn't with us this weekend, and probably best because she'll probably rant and rave the same as I would as well about this situation. We have, just to update you as well, we've countered the copyright strike on YouTube. We have waiting for that, but we've lost access for 10 days at least to our live streams and MotoGP. We might not be covering after this weekend, depending on what the outcome is and how we feel about how we've been treated, because as content creators as well, we know the copyright law. We've never done anything to show footage. It's been one of those days, unfortunately. But alongside me as well in the background is Josh T. Hello, Josh. You can look, it's still there from when we were in practice. It's all just going a bit crazy. Hello.
Hello, everybody. This is a little bit weird, but the show must go on for this weekend. We're on Twitch, so I'm quite familiar with Twitch. Josh, you've not been on Twitch for 2019, was it? You did one stream, I think. But, yep, the show must go on for this weekend at least.
Indeed, yep, must go on. Omi's in the background too. I don't know if he's going to say anything. Hello, Omi, if you're there. No, I haven't heard anything just yet from him. But yeah, basically this is how it's going to work. If you're following us from YouTube, you know the routine. We have our timing towers. At the bottom of the screen as well, we have a map where we'll get all the information from race control, a tweet deck and a weather graphic as well. And we'll provide the track audio and commentate over the race as well as best we can. But I must admit, dear viewers, our hearts aren't really in this, and I hope they're all going to be in the Le Mans 24-hour more. But it's never about the money. It's never ever about the money. Not 1 second are we ever thinking about the monetization money that we get from YouTube. What we're thinking about is we love bringing the sports to you at home, the fans. It's why we're here on Twitch today, but MotoGP is a bit more heavy in the heart to do it. And also, the fact that it's cost us doing Le Mans on our main channel, we've had to go to JB Motorsports 2. That is the problem. Josh, you're still our moderator though, even here on Twitch, so if you could drop the link to both JB Motorsports and JB Motorsports 2, that'll be helpful, because you can see what we're all about with all our other past streams we've done. JB Motorsports 2 as well will have the whole 24 hours of Le Mans as well. Twitch is just going to be reserved for the MotoGP content. Now, we've got a bit of an overcast situation at the moment as well. Track temperatures at 40 degrees, air temperature at 26, 65% humidity. I think we've got a 10 km/h wind speed coming through as well. So it's changing a little bit. It's being a little bit up and down in the air, but everything's going to look good as well. So, what are we going to predict? I think this race is going to be quite chaotic. Let's run you through the grid as well and how they stand coming into this. Qualifying took part earlier on today. The timings for that have been recorded, and I'm sure, depending on what it's like midweek, we might record the qualifying session late and put it out on YouTube, depending how it goes. But we haven't commented on qualifying at the time. I was in the middle of a heated discussion with a YouTube creator program chat as well. But right now, it is Bagnai on pole position, so an Italian team and Italian home soil. Marc Marquez is second, Alex Marquez in third, so a good front row for this sprint race. Luca Marini is fourth, Jack Miller fifth, Jorge Martinez 6th, Marco Bezzecchi is 7th, Aleix Espargaro 8th, Johan Zarco 9th, Alex Rins is 10th as well, Brad Binder 11th, Enea Bassini 12th, Maverick Vinales 13th, Franco Morbidelli is in 14th, 15th for Fabio Quartararo, 16th Takiki Nakagami, 17th Michele Pirro, 18th for Miguel Oliveira. 19th for Fabio Di Giannantonio, 20th for Raul Fernandez, 21st for Augusto Fernandez, 22nd Lorenzo Salvador, and 23rd for Jonas Folger as well in that running order. Josh has put the links to our YouTube channels over in the description as well. That is our link to JB Motorsports and JB Motorsports 2. We've now got 2 channels, and we're going to turn the second channel into sort of like a clips show of all our best bits on commentaries, and we'll upload some footage there from F1 games, and all our Twitch streams will go on there in future, because for instance with this Twitch, it's our first one here since we was a gaming channel, but what we're planning to do with this Twitch is run some things like R Factor, some F1, some other games, just have a bit of fun with Twitch as well during the week. And I think we're beginning next week as well with some original R Factor content as well, so that's going to be a lot of fun to come in. And I'm very much looking forward to it. Okay, Josh T, MotoGP. I know it's live on ITV4 as well, but what are you looking forward to in the sprint race? Everyone's sort of been like, we don't really want to do MotoGP, but we carry on. We're British, and we carry on.
I mean, the British always carry on if it's through rain or shine. BTCC season launch day comes into mind. Yeah. Sound mixer has been... The current sound mixer is new. The old sound mixer, which has now been retired, you could say. But, yeah, do we really want to be here?
No.
No. Do we have to be here for this weekend?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the thing. Everybody was ready to just pack up and go home. Nobody's actually wanted to do this, but we're getting ready, I believe, for the sprint race to come back. Are they going to a break? I believe. Oh, yes, they have. So, despite the fact that the sprint race is on soon, because it's presumably on ITV4, they've gone over to an ad break, which is always fun. Let's take you through the standings, shall we? Because we haven't done that so far this weekend, thanks to everything that's gone wrong. So, here's our world standings coming in. It is quite fun, actually, because Francesco Bagnaia, he's on 94 points. Marco Bezzecchi's on 93, so there's a points difference between them, and so it is quite exciting what's happening out there right now. Then we get in there as well, Brad Binder's on 81, Jorge Martin on 80, so there's a point between them as well. Johan Zarco's on 66, Luca Marini 54, 49 apiece for Maverick Vinales and Jack Miller and Fabio Quartararo. Alex Rins on 47, Aleix Espargaro on 42, Alex Marquez on 41, Franco Morbidelli on 40, 30 for Augusto Fernandez, 25 for Fabio Di Giannantonio, 21 apiece for Miguel Oliveira and Takiki Nakagami, 13 Daniel Pedrosa, 12 Marc Marquez, 7 Jonas Folger, 5 apiece Michele Pirro, Daniel Petrucci, Johan Mir, 4 for Lorenzo Salvador, 3 Raul Fernandez, 2 Stefan Bradl, and that's the last one with points paying position. I suppose, Josh, we're going to be in for quite an interesting run because the championship is actually still quite close.
Yeah, the championship is still quite close. You can see it. 1 point separates them. But is that only...
Yeah. Where are you going with that?
Is that the only exciting thing about this race today?
At the moment, it does seem to be that, doesn't it, as well? That's the only exciting thing we can think of about the fact that we're going to have a close championship. Honestly, I've never seen a group of more just disinterested people in my life in this commentary box right now. Nobody's wanting to be here. Nobody's wanting to do it. But respect to everybody who's staying around and keeping us updated with everything as well. The race tomorrow, by the way, will be live, even though nobody wants to do it and is taking me out of a Le Mans 24-hour race, which I'd much rather be commentating on, but we will be live tomorrow for that, I suppose, as we're moments away from crossing over with the world feed. We won't be playing the music, we will have the track noise, but let's try and keep things as Dorna free as possible. The track noise, I think, is the limited thing we can get away with as well in the background. So that's why it's pretty much a back to basics stream. If anybody is old enough to remember 1999, you might remember when ITV had a problem with their Formula One coverage covering the qualifying session for the French Grand Prix. It's pretty much the same thing that's happened here. I'm hearing myself on an echo in the background. But yeah, so basically the same thing that's happened here. We've had to sort of sit back and wait and just sort of see what we're going to do. So fingers crossed the latency on Twitch isn't too bad. We are going to be doing more on Twitch in the next 7 days. We'll have some R Factor content as well because we downloaded the original R Factor and we've got so many tracks and so many races as well. So we're going to try and set up, if the forms are still there, we're going to try and get some of the commentators in and set up a format there as well and see what we can do. But it's almost time for the race to get underway here. 11 laps is the distance around Mugello. And with the Bagnaia pole position, it's going to be a lot of fun. Fingers crossed, everybody enjoys it because it's coming up now. The Grand Prix, there's the noise in the background, as I stated, from the heli camera. Pole position going to Bagnaia. Marquez second, Alex Marquez third. The same grid for the sprint is the same grid for the Grand Prix tomorrow. 2 minutes 17 until we go racing. The action is as hot as ever. Do not leave the room. We are getting set. Josh T, who's your prediction for a winner from this sprint race?
Well, if he doesn't crash Bagnaia.
And if he does crash, because he, let's be fair, he usually does, doesn't he?
And if Marquez doesn't crash, then Marquez.
Which one? There's two. Mark or Alex?
Mark.
Yeah, I'll go with Mark as well. Alex Marquez, though, was good in practice. That's unfortunately, as I said, missed practice this morning, missed the qualifying session, jumping back in with the sprint because but this is literally what we've been told to do: cover the sprint race and cover the main Grand Prix tomorrow. That's all we are doing. And that will literally be under protest that these streams are going under down as well. And if Dorna, any member from Dorna are watching, you've cost yourself a fan of over 10 years here and a dedicated fan and a fan group of people who enjoyed watching MotoGP. So you're going to have to do something to earn back our trust. Let's see, though. I've got no problem with the riders. I've got no problem with the racing. I'm going to enjoy that, I hope. I've just got a problem with the way Dorna have done things as well and their lack of care for content creators. It's the MotoGP Sprint Grand Prix from the Italian Grand Prix at Mugello. Bagnaia pole position, Marc Marquez is second, Alex Marquez is third, Luca Marini, Jack Miller, and then Jorge Martin, Marco Bezzecchi, Alicia Spargo, and Jan Zarco, Alex Rins, Brad Binder, Nea Basciani, Maverick Vinales, followed then by Franco Morbidelli and Fabio Quartararo, Takiki Nakagami, Michele Pirro, Miguel Oliveira, Fabio Di Gianantonio, Ralph Fernandez, and Augusto Fernandez. Lorenzo Salvador alongside Jonas Folger. That's the running order for this Grand Prix. Hello to everybody watching live on Twitch for our watch-along coverage of the sprint race from Italy. First time we've been broadcasting live to them. Hello to everyone watching on delayed coverage on YouTube when we've uploaded the video. Apologies it's not live on YouTube. Do blame Dorna. But you can watch the Grand Prix live with us tomorrow on Twitch as well. The green flag flies. Away we go on the formation lap. A wonderful feature of drone cameras as they race up towards the mountains at turn number 1. Safety car pulls away behind them. And then some fantastic shots being brought in by the TV direction here, I think, Josh, as well. Some really good stuff as they head up on the formation lap now.
Yeah, definitely. We are on board, I believe, with Bagnaia.
Yep. This is Francesco Bagnaia, 26 years old, championship leader by a point. There's a little bit of rain in the air, isn't it? I'm worried about that. Track temperature's dropped now to 38, and when we started this broadcast, it was 40. So I'm slightly worried about that. I'm slightly worried as well to see what we're going to see next, but fingers crossed it's going to be a good one. Hello as well to Carlo Balmo 3 who's followed. Thank you very much. Nice to see some new faces here, as well as we're broadcasting on Twitch for the first time after YouTube's MotoGP drama with a strike. Even though anybody who's watching, is this copyright? How is this copyright? It's literally me standing here commentating. I mean, that's one of the things that I never got yesterday. But hello, everybody. Glad to have you all here with us. And our links to we're covering Le Mans live as well in around about 43 minutes. Link to that is JB Motorsports 2. JB Motorsports, the one with the copyright strike. And they were told not to do this, Josh, but the fans have done it anyway. Red flare smoke coming into the difficult braking zone at the back of the track at turn 13. They were told not to do that. Let's hope that those fans are now withdrawn from the stadium area because it's dangerous, especially on a MotoGP bike.
Yeah, it is really, really dangerous. We see it in Zandvoort with Formula 1. when Max Verstappen wins.
What's happening with Michele Pirro on the Ducati as well? Took information as well as the Aruba It Racing. He was looking down at his foot pedal as well and his clutch, trying to say something was working there, but can't quite tell what was going on. Delays around 5 seconds. Oh, thank you, Josh. So it's quicker actually than what we had on YouTube. YouTube's like 2 to 3, isn't it? So that's not too bad. 7 seconds max. Marc Marquez lines up. He's P2. Pole position for Francesco Bagnaia as they run up towards turn number 1. Green flag will be shown at the back. The red flag will move away. The medical cart comes into position. 23 riders then line up on pole position as well. Who will be the winner of the Tissot sprint race from Mugello? The red flag is taken away. It's a new red flag this weekend with 2-ended sticks. Green flag in the back. It's all eyes to the lights in Mugello with 5. Lights out, away we go. Good start from Marc Marquez. Luca Marini's going to come up from the middle. Bagnaia's going to lead in. Alex Marquez gets a poor getaway. KTM's making a great start. KTM's up into second position. Jack Miller has made a storming start. Alex Marquez trying to get on the brakes as well. Fabio Di Giannantonio locks out, goes straight on as well. He's gone straight out wide. Mahoy Martin's up into third position. We've got a yellow flag already. And off down in a big one. Is that Alex Marquez already? It is. Alex Marquez has gone down. So that's a terrible start from him. There's gravel over the racetrack as well, but Alex Marquez is off in the first corner as they sweep now into the Hoy Lorenzo corner. The Como Lorenzo down now towards Aqua Minardi as well, but we've got yellows withdrawn. Riders okay, but it's Bagnaia versus Marquez at the start of the race. Exactly what we wanted to see happen, exactly what we needed to see happen. As a little bit of a raindrop flash on the monitor there. If it does rain, the flag-to-flag bikes will come out, which is the white flag with a red X, then followed as well by a white flag raining. That indicates that we can change bikes. And Hoy Martin's having a horrible time trying to control the bike as well. And it's raining! It's raining! There's actual visible rain spots now on the track. This is unbelievable. Now, we were told the rain might come down, and yes, no jump starts, as up the inside, that's Miller making a move on Marini. Marini getting the cutback in him well on the inside line for 4th position, but the KTM, with so much power, punched it round the outside line. Bagnaia leads, Marquez second. It's involving Alex Marquez, and Binder is under investigation. But Josh, it looks like it's raining in the back half of the track, but in the third and first sector, it's perfectly dry.
Yeah, it does look like that. I believe what happened at turn 1 on lap 1, Alex Marquez got a little bit of contact with Brad Binder, which sent Alex Marquez, and look at that, it is really starting to come down the rain, but the contact there with Brad Binder made Alex Marquez go wide, and then when he tried to pull it back in towards the racing line, he lost the bike and went down. I think that's what I saw on the camera angle, but Bagnaia still leads.
And it's Martin who's moved up into second position. Marc Marquez now under pressure from Luca Marini coming into the chicane area as well. Biggest loser at that one as well. Obviously it was Alex Marquez down as well, 20 places. But biggest winner, Binder's up 3, but is under investigation. Quartararo's up 4. Oliveira's up 4. Di Giannantonio's up 4 on that start. Lorenzo Salvador as well from third position is improving as they come through down at the bottom of the hill into Acrobiata 1 and 2 at the top. And there goes the KTM again. That's Binder making moves up as well. Jack Miller is having things. Is that a white flag? Riders are now allowed to swap bikes. So the white flag rule has now come into position as we've got the Prima Pramac taking the lead, and Marc Marquez is sandwiched between the two Mooney VR46 bikes. They almost make contact. Luca Marini on the left, Marco Bezzecchi on the right, and Marc Marquez stuck in the middle as Hoy Martin hits the front. Jack Miller goes into second. Now that Ducati, the factory Ducati, has never been good in mixed conditions. It's always having problems. It's raining on the start-finish straight. Now the white flag has come out, so the drivers can now change bikes. That's the indication. Under investigation is Alex Marquez and Binder as well. Marini under pressure from Bezzecchi trying to come through on the inside line. So Martin leads. They're not going to dive in to change bikes. I think it's too dry at the moment, but there is a lot of water coming down to the second sector. It's now hitting sector 1 as well as we see a great launch down the straight. White flag displayed to everybody as it comes down. It's actually now visibly raining, and this is a great sprint race. so close together as that is Miller at the inside of Marquez, and then the two Mooney VR46s. Miller almost loses the front of the bike coming through turn one. Let's Alex Marquez, Marc Marquez back through. Luca Marini and Marco Bezzecchi are trying to come side by side to turn 3 and 4. Hasn't worked out. So Martins leads by 0.4 of a second. Bagnaia in second position. Marquez up to third. Miller fourth. Marini fifth. Bezzecchi sixth. But we've got that white flag out. Now that indicates that the riders are now allowed to swap the bikes. So it is raining. They can swap the bikes. We've seen that at other points this year, and it's raining coming into Acqua Beata as well, 1 and 2, so that's going to be a bit treacherous. Binder has been given a long lap penalty for causing a collision. So Brad Binder has that long lap penalty, and Josh, we can see the flags waving everywhere, and look how slow the leading Ducati is compared to the rest of the field. Bagnaia's having a twitch. Marquez nearly gets forced out as he's run wide by Jack Miller, and that allows both of the Mooney VR46 bikes to on the inside line. This is a crazy start. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, Brad Binder drops down.
Quartararo threading the eye of the needle, trying to go on the inside. Here comes Enea Bastianini on the inside with Brad Binder down in 10th position. They're threading the eye of the needle together. Binder's up to 8th, Bastianini to 9th. Alicia Spargro's in 10th, Quartararo 11th. Back to you.
Yeah, they really are, and apparently, Josh, there is light rain at Tetrarug right now.
Oh, that's a good start for them then. If we have a wet race in WEC as well, you watch that on JB Motorsports
Look
too.
at those clouds.
Big clouds above the circuit as we come down and towards the braking zone round the outside now. Here comes Bezzecchi. Race 2 of MotoGP coming up soon, and now Bagnaia's trying to go right round the outside. Martin gets it too late into turn 1. Bagnaia gets the cutback, and Bagnaia takes the lead of the race. Back here at the Tissot Sprint, and that's sunshine coming through turn 2 and 3. So we've got clouds at turn 1 and sector 3, and it's just dry the rest of the circuit, Josh. It's quite unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is. 42 of Rins has got a track limit warning, and there it is. Irresponsible riding, the long lap penalty for Brad Binder. He has to take that soon.
And Marini in 4th position, trail breaking in, and Bezzecchi in 3rd has been given the track limits warning as well by the stewards, so they don't like what they saw either. Not really surprised, unfortunately, as they come through. Still, the entire field trying to sort of, I don't want to say it, but they are trying to battle their way in. It's quite a nice thing as Bezzecchi with the track limits warning now been advocated by the stewards. Yellow flag in sector 3. So there's something wrong in the 3rd sector. Up the inside, Marini trying to pass. Bezzecchi hasn't worked out. So this 3rd sector, we're not in it just yet. Oh, yes, we are at the start. It's Alex Rins has crashed. Alex Rins from 12th position's crashed out. And Binder taking his long lap penalty, almost wiping out the entire field, coming down into turn 14 as well. That was unbelievable. And this is turn 1. This is the start. So look further back. Where's Alex Marquez? He's going to get a wiggle on. There goes Marquez on the inside line, and Binder's going to come on the inside line, and he just tags out Alex Marquez, looking not to hit out Johan Zarco as well, actually. So we had D'Antonio going wide, and Marquez just dropped it in the middle of the pack. Terrible start for the two Grenesci bikes as well. Yellow flag still out in the 3rd sector as we come across the line. Bagnaia with a 1:47.221, 3 into Brest, into turn 1 as well. Martin in 2nd, Bezzecchi 3rd, Bastianini though with a 1:47.8, and going deep is Jorge Martin. Bagnaia takes it with Bezzecchi up into a 2nd position. Martin just making a small mistake there, costing himself a few tenths of a second, costing himself a few positions out on the track. As the action now continues on, into the braking zone we go. Binder has now completed his long lap penalty from the stewards, so we knew that information was going to be correct. As Bezzecchi now going to be closing in. This is a championship now. Bagnaia will lead by 4 points to Marco Bezzecchi as things stand 106 to 102. So right now we need Bagnaia and Bezzecchi to sort of swap positions. Then the title is going to be really entertaining going into tomorrow's race. Because, remember, the points difference is going to be so much, 12 to 10, so we'll be back to 2. If after this, just 1 point will be Bagnaia's advantage. It's raining hard there in the middle sector. A lot of spots on the camera lens, a lot of dark clouds in the air. Humidity has dropped quite a lot. It's now, humidity is 74%. Bezzecchi trying to go around the outside. The two Italians at the Italian Grand Prix on Italian bikes are battling it out for the victory in the sprint. Maybe one can win the sprint, one can win the Grand Prix tomorrow? We'll find out. But into the last corner as well. Turn 16 on this Mugello circuit. Tucks the inside line, does Bagnaia. Bezzecchi's trying to find a way through. And then it's full power. Pedal to the metal or pull the throttle back down the straight. And as things stand, we've got 7 laps to go here in this Grand Prix. Well, 6 to go now. Bike ready for Aleix Espargaro with a medium front wet tyre and a soft wet rear tyre. So that's Aleix being told you can change bike if you want to. Aleix is down in 10th position. I just see there's someone flying the inside there of Bezzecchi. No, that's okay. I thought it was Jorge Martin having a little bit of an accident of his own, but he looks to be okay. 354 kilometres an hour, 360 for Johan Zarco. So Johan's, and Brad Binder, 227 miles an hour, 366 kilometres an hour, going to the braking zone for turn number 1 past the speed trap. Absolute insane speeds here at Mugello. It is one of the best circuits we raced on in the year in MotoGP. It is one of the best venues as well in terms of atmosphere, not so much with fan access as well. Camping is a bit of a nightmare here as well, but it's always nice to see them, and it's always nice to see the fans back in action. Once again, if you're watching us live on Twitch, welcome. If you're a regular JB Motorsports viewer from YouTube, watching on Twitch, special welcome. Thank you for making the trip over to us. And if you're watching this on YouTube when we've uploaded the video, apologies that it's not live at the moment. That's due to Dorna blocking our live abilities as things stand, despite the fact it's literally just what we're doing now. So thank you, Twitch, as well, for being a backup. JB Motorsports 2 will be showing the World Endurance Championship as well. And every 4 hours, we will upload to YouTube the coverage of the race. So, as things stand, we've got Bagnaia leading with Bezzecchi second, with Martin third, fourth for Zarco, fifth for Miller, and the field now just beginning to, I'd say, quietening down. There's always a sprint to the finish here as Bezzecchi looks to the inside line down towards turn number 1 on Bagnaia. Late on the brakes, Bagnaia twitches at the back. Bezzecchi's got it perfectly pitched in but can't dip it. Usually Bagnaia crashes at this point in the race. 9 times out of 10, it's usually when we see an accident happen. Bezzecchi now 0.3 of a second ahead to Martin. Zarco P4 as they rise over the hill. Down we go in towards the 2 chicanes. The Curva Lorenzo as well. 5 laps to go out of the 11 that were scheduled. See, it's not a long sprint race here. Doesn't take that long. 14 minutes we've been racing at the moment. As they swing back. Looking further down, Vinales has been given a track limits warning. Salvador passes Nakagami as well. 16th and 17th positions changing over. As the field now just slowly split apart. Bezzecchi and Martin, though, the gap is only 0.2 of a second, yet it's making it out like it's a big thing. The top 4 are in a battle. I would even say the top 7 are in a controlled battle right now in this sprint race. As they swing back. A little bit of pollen flying up in the air. It's always a good sign, indicating that we got it. Hello. Morbidelli's past Nakagami. As we see a replay here. And this is Luca Marini's on board. And this is going to be the snap from Miller, pushing Marquez wide. And Luca Marini says, thank you very much, and slips on the inside, takes the pair of them. Well, when he came back, yeah, a couple hours later, it was a sandwich between the 2 of them. Onto the straight then. Clearly 4 between them. What have you made of the race so far then, Josh, down there in the pits?
Yeah, it's very good. The rain playing a part in this sprint race. We'll have to see if it plays a part tomorrow in the main race. That is one of the KTMs going
Binder
up the inside.
Binder trying to pass Oliveira and doing so for 11th position. New all-time lap record. The new top speed, 366.1 kilometres an hour, belongs to Brad Binder. A brand new record here in MotoGP for the highest speed achieved on a motorcycle in history.
That is around 227.5 miles per hour.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Great job. Bagnaia now with, I think, fastest lap, actually, on that one, 1:46.183. I'm just trying to see if anyone else has done better. No. So, yeah, it is. Bagnaia, 1:46.187 is the fastest lap of the race so far. So he'll get an extra bonus point for setting the fastest lap in this sprint race, which is pretty much the normal we've come to expect. Yeah, BT Sport just saying about all that as well. BT Sport, of course, that would become TNT Sports in a few months' time as they come back. 4 to go then. Bagnaia from Bezzecchi. Martin Zarco, then Marini in 5th position. Miller P6. The field still splits apart. It's getting a bit, not dangerous, but a bit scary to keep seeing these positionings, as we've got to hopefully keep up with it. Miller P6 though, he's got to keep Marc Marquez behind him, and that's the worry. Marx is a very fast driver, as Quartararo, surprisingly, has been given a track limits warning out there on the circuit right now, and Rins has been taken to the medical centre for a checkup. Never actually saw Rins' accident, so I hope he's okay. The TV director not showing us a replay for it. I mean, to say something, if Dorna don't like me, then they can hire me. If they don't like me doing the YouTube streams, then they can hire me as their commentator. That's what I'm taking away from it. Greatest form of compliments is somebody trying to stop you. That's the greatest form of compliment I can receive as they come into it. Bagnaia, though, 4/10 of a difference to Bezzecchi. Still going to be focusing it in. I'm looking forward to Le Mans now. I am looking more and more forward to Le Mans. And I hope everybody here on Twitch makes the jump over to YouTube. JB Motorsports 2. The link is in the chat alongside as well. Josh T's put it in for us. JB Motorsports 2 is where you can watch live coverage of Le Mans, the whole race live, never changing. But we will be uploading 4 hours, every 4 hours to the main YouTube channel to have a look at those. So that's what, every 4 hours, 4, 8, 16, about a lot of parts actually, if you think about it. Maybe every 6 hours.
6 parts.
Maybe every 6 hours then we'll upload to YouTube and have that as the thing. 4 parts. Yeah, 4. So we might do that. That might work out better, depending on how much my computer software can take from that. Still, I'm up for it. It means that we can have a sensible pill taken to have everything sorted. Then I'm all for it. 2 to go. That 3rd lap, Josh. 3 to go. That took ages. What was it? 1 last lap time as well coming up. Very slow on the last lap. Extremely slow. Bagnaia! Track limits warning! Whoa, hey! Don't cut the course, otherwise you'll get a long lap penalty and lose the win. Bezzecchi might have the track limits here. Wow. He's got one too. So the top 2 got a track limits warning. Sorry, Josh, cut you off there. Go on.
That's fine. I've got nothing.
All right. A reminder that tomorrow you can watch the Grand Prix live with us here on Twitch for MotoGP. Might become our new home of MotoGP for the next few weeks. It certainly will next week as well. Touring cars will be live on JB Motorsports 2, as well as the Canadian Grand Prix. All action will be there on JB Motorsports 2. JB Motorsports will have them uploaded after the sessions, which is really, really annoying, but that's the way it goes. Live championship, though. Bagnaia, 106 points to Bezzecchi's 102. You never know, midweek, we might all be good, but I'm expecting 10 days. I am really expecting 10 days. As they swing through into the back half of the track. They have slowed down a lot, though. More than a 2-minute lap time. Really slow laps being pushed in now. It can't be the track conditions. It's greasy out there due to the small amounts of rain we've had. But it's not that bad. It really isn't. They could push hard if they wanted to. They're all on hard front and soft rear, bar Jonas Folger, who's medium front, soft rear. So everyone's got the same compounds in this race. Final lap. The call. As we come over towards turn number 1. Bagnaia leading, Bezzecchi in 2nd. 3rd for Martin, 4th for Zarco. 2.3 seconds back is Marini. 2/10 back is Miller, Marquez. And is that someone in the gravel? Nope, someone running a little bit wide there. Losing a few tenths of a second. As the field now ramps up the hill. Last lap. Can Bezzecchi do anything to capitalise back on a position? I don't think it's going to come that way. Oh, look at Martin and Zarco. Zarco getting incredibly close to this little fight now as well. And, yep, Aleix Espargaro's gone down. And Aleix has crashed. Unless it's a transponder issue and our timing screen, he hasn't moved. But for sure, Alecia's gone down on the timing screens. We'll wait to see if he moves away from the sector times.
He's back in 8th.
He's back in 8th. Okay, so that is a glitch on Alecia's bike. That keeps happening this year for Alecia's Spargo. Megan noticed that a few races ago. You can watch all our other content on the main JB Motorsports channel. Live coverage this weekend and next coming on JB Motorsports 2. And then we'll turn it into the Twitch channel uploads and all that lot as well, so we get it all. Play some games, have some fun on JB Motorsports 2. Make that the fun clips channel. I'll give Josh and Jess control over that, and they can upload things that they've found from the past. Yep, and now Quadraro's up into 9th position. Quadraro has passed Anea Bastianini. Into the last corner we come then. Zarco's going to try to go around the outside of Martin. It's not worked out. Can anyone stop the king of the sprints? An Italian rider on Italian soil on an Italian bike wins the Tissot sprint. Bagnaia wins again in 2023. Is there anything to stop him? Bezzecchi second, the title 2 points between them. Martin third, Zarco fourth. Marini fifth, Miller sixth. Marquez seventh. Aleixo Spargo is eighth. Bastianini ninth, Quattararo the top 10. Binder 11th, Oliveira 12th, Vinales 13th, Di Antonio 14th, Pirro 15th. Morbidelli 16th. 17th for Nakagami, 18th for Lorenzo Salvador, 19th for Al Fernandez, 20th for Gusto Fernandez, Jonas Folger out, Alex Rins out, and Alex Marquez out. Hopefully Alex Rins is okay. He was taken to the medical centre. We'll update you on that tomorrow in our main Grand Prix show, which you can watch on Twitch live, and then after the fact on JB Motorsports. Bagnaia wins, collects 12 points. Bezzecchi 9. Martin in third on 7. What do you make of that race then, Josh?
Yeah, very good race. Of course, the rain made it a little bit more exciting. The white flag did go out, which allowed the drivers to change to the other bike if they wanted to. No one did, though, I don't think.
Nope, no one came in.
One did, but no one did. So, yeah, the rain... but just a normal MotoGP sprint race with a couple of crashes.
It really was. So we've gone through the results from the Italian Grand Prix, as you know, but let's take a look at the riders' standings, as that has changed dramatically, because we've now got Bagnaia on 106 points to Bezzecchi 102, Jorge Martin on 87 now, Binder on 81, Zarco 72, Marini 59, Miller 53, 49 apiece for Vinales and Quattararo, 47 for Alex Rins. Okay, my thanks to everybody watching us here live on Twitch as well. We'll be back tomorrow for the same deal with our Grand Prix coverage from the Italian Grand Prix. We'll also be back on here next weekend for MotoGP's German Grand Prix. That will remain on Twitch next weekend as well. So we'll be back here tomorrow at the same time for all of the action from the race. My thanks to Josh T. My thanks to all of you for watching. YouTube is the place to go. JB Motorsports 2 for live coverage of the Le Mans 24-hour race. And to watch this stream again on YouTube, it's at JB Motorsports. The links are in the live Twitch chat. Apologies, this race hasn't been on YouTube, but situations beyond our control. We can only say sorry. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.